Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It is lovely to have you here. Today we're going to look at some of my Chris Reeve stuff and the new one that I just brought in. I have a Sebenza. It's not here right now. I loaned it out to a friend of mine, but this will do. This is my Nyawa, one of the nicest fixed blades I have ever seen, held, or used. S35VN, exceptionally comfortable. Really nice knife. This, of course, is the Umnumzaan Tanto. I got this a while back. I've had this for 7 years. It was 6 years. It was a wedding gift from my wife. And that is a spectacular tool. I got this from a buddy of mine. I love the Umnumzaan. I love the sort of aggressive patterning of it. I love the shape of the blade, but I've always wanted the drop point, just because I prefer drop points over tantos for my daily carry. So, there you go. I have added a drop point to the collection. Now, this one's interesting. Let's talk about this. First and foremost, I want you to look at the size of the blades. You're going to notice that this one is a little smaller. And that is because, as far as I can tell, if you look at the choil area here, at some point, I'm guessing, and this one's actually almost got a little bit of recurve, I'm guessing somebody nicked or chipped this blade really badly. And their solution, I can speak, was to regrind it, basically. And while it still looks very good, they did a great job, like even the bevel's nice and even. It definitely is a little shorter, less tall, I don't know, than the Tanto, which means I'm losing a little bit of belly, but I don't care. I have some knives that I don't really carry, but my Chris Reeves are in my pocket all the time, which means I don't mind that this one has been used and loved a little aggressively. It is a beautiful and comfortable knife. When I first got into collecting, I confess, I was one of those people who said, and openly, that I thought Chris Reeve knives were ridiculous, they're too expensive. I mean, if you want titanium and S35VN, there are a million knives made by companies now that you don't have to spend that much money. And it's still the truth. I actually don't have one on the table right now. But let's go by way of example. For $250, you can get LMAX and all titanium, right? They even have, but there's something about these. And I wish I could put it into words, because as a knife reviewer and collector and whatever the hell else I am, I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I still can't quite put my finger on it. There is something about the Chris Reeve overall quality and design that is like nothing else. Now, would I like one of these with a brand new, pristine from the factory blade? Sure. Am I going to spend the $500 to get one? No. Also, I don't know what NB stands for. If anybody knows, let me know. I think this may be somebody's initials. I looked on the website. I honestly can't tell. It's really well done, but I don't think that's a factory notation. But here's the thing. If you guys are watching this and you know what that means, or maybe this used to be your knife, let me know. I'd love to find out. In the meantime, I now have two Umnumzaans, and from somebody who a couple of years ago would have struggled with owning one because they're expensive, to have two feels a little ridiculous. On the other hand, I'm a knife collector and we do stupid things. So there's that. The Umnumzaan is a more aggressive version of the Chris Reeve knives. The Sebenza, for instance, is a little more refined, a little more elegant. These are designed to be a little chunkier, a little heavier, a little more, I hate the word tactical, I really do, but, you know, that's kind of the point. These are not, you know, really lightweight daily carries. These are harder hitting, harder use tools. And I love them. And I'm really glad to have this one. Here's the thing. If you're going to chase used knives, I would much rather get a hold of one of these that somebody has done a regrind on. There's a little bit of a recurve back here. I wish that wasn't there, but I'd rather get a hold of one of these, you know, at a price that I can afford, that someone has lovingly, and they did, cleaned up and repaired this blade, than one where it's just been beat on and left alone. Like, I don't want one with, you know, so you kind of take what you get when you're hunting used stuff and when you're on a budget, right? But I just wanted to share that with you. I went from being a person who did not understand why you would want a Chris Reeve knife to now I have 3 of them, and they make perfect sense to me, which means one of a couple of things. Either they really are as good as I think they are, or I have just completely lost my mind. Either is a completely possible option. What do you think? Do you guys like CRKs? Is it a thing that you want? Is it a thing that you'll hunt, or am I just nuts? I don't think I want to know the answer to that. Yeah, so now I have 2. If you are interested in a Chris Reeve knife, almost nothing else will do. Once you've had one, they just make a stupid sort of sense. These are the kind of knives, you know, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I was raised by a hunter and a fisherman, and he had knives that were incredibly well loved, that are in fact mine now. These are those kind of tools. I can use these every day for as long as I wanted to, and then when my son or his kids needed a really good pocket knife or tool, I could hand these over and they would still be in much the same shape you see them now. And I like that. Anyway, this is just a little look at some of my Chris Reeve collection. I have one more that I'll have to bring back and redo this video just because it makes me smile. But anyway, this is my Chris Reeve Umnumzaan drop point, somewhat modified, and still makes me very happy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at them. If you have any questions about these or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. Otherwise, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I'll see you.